You kind of talked about it pregame. Defense is the backbone of this team, and tonight, might have been your worst defensive game of the year. What was the issue?
The issue was Luka Doncic. That was the issue. I think they made their first 9 shots. I think he made three of them and had 3 more assists, and so he was incredible. And give him credit, give Dallas credit. They've got a hell of a team. Made the finals last year. They spread you out. They're as difficult to guard as anybody. And we tried a lot of different things, but really proud of our guys. They continue to fight night in and night out. We've lost 8 out of 10, and there's 0 quit. There's some disappointment, but there's 0 quit. And we're gonna climb out of this because of the character and the competitiveness of our guys.
You spent like about a minute post game talking to Brandon near the bench. I mean, he obviously had a disappointing game. Anything you can share message wise?
No.
What did you think about his play tonight?
About
Brandon.
I thought Brandon did a nice job. He came in when Steph was out, and had a couple good stretches defensively. It's about just coming every night and competing and playing, and that's what our guys are doing, and I'm very proud of them, as I said.
Steve, you guys have been a pretty good rebounding team all year, but tonight, in the core of the game, they really kind of owned the glass. They were up plus 14 at one point on rebounds.
Those big guys are tough, to deal with. Both Lively and Gafford, they take up a lot of space, so they're either rebounding or taking up attention, and then other guys are coming in to rebound, like Luka, who had 11, I think, and they got a lot of size and put a lot of pressure on you.
How difficult is it to try and play uphill against a team with that kind of offense, though?
Yeah, that was the key. We gave up 46 in the first quarter, and we're playing upstream the rest of the way. I'm not sure I've ever seen a box score like this. We go 27 for 54 from 3. 39 assists, 10 turnovers. And it felt like we were never really in the game. We cut it to 5 a couple times. Guys kept fighting, but they controlled the entire game on a night where we made 27 threes and didn't turn the ball over. It's the modern NBA. It's a different world. It's a different game. And 10 years ago, you see that kind of offensive stat sheet for the offense, for our team. I said we win that game by 20, maybe 30. But they made 21 threes. They must have shot 65% on 2s. We just could not contain them at all. And as I said, they dominated. They deserved the credit, and they played a great game.
The way that the game flowed for the offense, or is there anything you can take away big picture for you guys offensively?
Our game? Yeah, we did a good job of taking care of the ball. The ball moved well, and our tempo was good. I like our pace better tonight, both in terms of trying to push the ball up the floor, but also our cutting, in the half court. So, yeah, we can definitely build on that. And we'll take tomorrow off, and we got 2 practices this week before heading to Memphis. So we'll keep sharpening things up. Thanks.
Even made threes in a loss.
Defense. I'm not sure what the best way to process it is, but the answer to the problem is defense.
Did you see that from the get-go when they arrived at 46 first quarter points?
Yeah. I think they scored the first 9, 11 possessions, something like that. You gotta set a tone. And that's the tone you set. It's a good team. The team went to the Western Conference Finals, or finals.
The finals.
So you set that tone. It's hard to stop a team. You can do that against the bum teams, but you set that tone against a great team, you're gonna have a hard time catching up.
To follow up on that, the tone, you set a defensive tone. You're not starting at the moment. What are you watching when you see them sort of rattle off those points from the bench?
Just no force. You know, Luka played awful last game that he played, and he made it a point to come out and correct the mistake. And you could see it from the gate. And he did exactly what he set out to do. Imposed his will, and everybody else over there fell in line.
Luka was obviously great tonight. It looked like he was talking quite a bit too. What's it like competing against Luka and also trying to stop him?
It's always fun competing against Luka. He's gonna mix it up with you. You know, Luka, typical Serbian, give you the. He's not Serbian, but he's Slovenian. But they're all right there, and they kind of have this like nonchalant demeanor, you know, where it's like, oh, he hit the touchdown, and talking only at times he get live, but most of the time it's like, and it's really cold from busting your ESS. But always fun competing against Luka when you get the opportunity to play with the greats, or play against the greats. You know, you always want to see how you stack up, what you can do to stop them. So it's always fun competing against guys like Luka.
You guys have been pretty good most of the season on defense. What went wrong tonight? I mean, were you surprised to see them come out as hard as they did on offense, or was it them or you guys?
You got to give them credit. Like I said, they imposed their will, and I was not surprised that they came out with that attitude. But yeah, every guy that came in the game, they imposed their will.
And how hard is it to play uphill against a team with that many weapons?
It's nearly impossible. You know, we were able to cut the lead there a few times. It kind of felt like we kept cutting it, but when you're playing against a great team that has so many options, they can, somebody gonna score, you know? And all it takes is one basket to stop the bleeding, and they go on their run. So you can't play uphill against a team like that.
A little different thing. Obviously, the previous losses have been a lot of trouble scoring at the end. Not this game, maybe, but obviously the acquisition of Schroder was meant to kind of answer that. What was your reaction to that, and how do you think he's going to fit with you guys?
I don't think he was necessarily brought here to fit. You know, we play a certain style of basketball that he does not really play. And I don't think the goal is to get him to play the style of basketball that we play. We need someone that can do the things that he does. And so I'm looking forward to us adjusting to him. Not necessarily, you know, he'll have to adjust to some things, and he's a pro. He understands that. But we have to adjust to him because he's bringing something that this team needs. And to just, you know, to just think or make him fall in line of what we do, we wasting our time and even bring him here. Because we need somebody that can do what we necessarily don't do. And I think that's what he'll be for us.
Have you gotten to know him through the years? I mean, he's definitely a kind of different kind of character, but what do you think of his personality, like his kind of way he carries himself?
I've definitely got to know him a little bit through the years. But I just love the demeanor that he carries himself with. He carries himself like he belongs in every room at all times. And I respect people like that. So looking forward to obviously being teammates, getting to know him better. But I know who he is and what he is, and that's what's most important.
Obviously, they made this deal the first day they possibly could. Does that, I guess, give a signal of the urgency of the moment that the front office is feeling and maybe the locker room is feeling too?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely gives that signal of what the front office is feeling and thinking. You know, and I've said it all along, Mike has been great since stepping into that role, and, you know, to have that sense of urgency to get that deal done like that, you know, just continues to show why he's who he is, why he took over the role that he took over, and why he's going to continue to be great in this league as a general manager.
You went 5 for 9 for 3 tonight. What would you say was working for you behind the line?
Just shot him. Missed my first one, then got a few to go, and just kept shooting.